Alright, I think I'm good. I don't know how sounds coming in over there. Hello again. Me, Terra Geode. Just going to be doing some art. Also been having a little bit of fun messing around, just lore ideas. I'm not sure how loud it is on the other end of this. I probably need to take more time to mess around. Then again, I have my settings set pretty low. May have screwed my voice a little, so here's a 50-50. I won't be talking all that much, but get to what I think most people would be here for, and that is where was I? Ah, yes. I think this is the only one I have that correctly. Yeah, where I last let off. I was regretting my choices of just doing all of the line art, or doing all three lightning thingies as if they were on the same layer, so now I'm just confused every time I try working on this. But you know what? That's a problem that's completely my fault, because I was busy talking about just philosophical stuff. I probably need to go back and see what else Telonym has been, because I'll be honest, I don't know why I'm getting a lot more just like dating questions, even though dating is the least interesting part of my life, if I'm being largely because I just don't do it. Not interested. Also, if I randomly ghost, it's probably because I went to briefly lurk on some other friends who are streaming. It could also be that I'm just too into the zone to actually pay attention to chat. I'm also in the middle of figuring out a few other things that are just related to career in general. Right now, though, I'm at the point where most of these I need to start blending out a little. And I mean in a way where, like, the edge is just too harsh. Like around here. Although that might be a little... I think that looks a little better. Probably also start tracing. I think because it's so close to a light source, this might just be a little harsher. Again, I also have to take account of the fact that this is also hitting. Maybe just a light little suggestion of it. Although most of it, the erased part, being concentrated in the gaps where it's definitely not reaching. But, I'm honestly kind of hoping to actually get this done tonight, especially since my iPad is at full battery, so I won't likely have to abruptly end stream. I'm sorry, I had a ton of stuff for dinner tonight. Stuff that might not exactly be, well, throat front, liquid, ox. I don't know how to describe. I had fajitas. They were delicious. I also had to yell at my dad for eating all of my tortillas. Beginning to think that the lighting layer is largely good. It's just like there are some highlighted areas that I want to make pop more. Something like that. After I'm done with this, I'm probably gonna, or if I finish this tonight, I'm probably gonna start working on making art of myself. Large because I don't really have a lot of it. Either that or be one of those people who just says post a comment and there's a high likelihood I will draw your character. Although I am considering doing that, especially if I get bored one day and want to figure out something and need a bunch of test subjects who like free art. The at the legs, though, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of extra touch-ups to make sure it doesn't look too weird. start sharing in more places that I'm live. These I'm definitely going to both decrease in the intensity of that light and there we go. I'm kind of liking how this looks on this shoe and kind of a little muddled on this one. Muddle that a little bit more and then to better also line up with that needs a tip up there. And there. Just oh, thanks for a follow. Sorry, I had to yell at my parents for something. I destroyed my voice a little earlier, so I'm not going to probably be talking a lot. But, enjoying some jazz while working. Might have to lightly tone it down over. A bit more. Then add a bit more sharp of a highlight back in. Yeah, that looks a little better. I think most of it is just an issue of I'm going to have to end up balancing that out when I do the final part. Yeah, I think that holds pretty well, all things considered. Oh yeah, I have my phone next to me, not on Do Not Disturb. Instead, this time I just disconnect my iPad from the internet so I could still be bothered by either Discord or going off or someone calling me. Although that's incredibly unlikely, it's just that I appreciate any friend who texts back every once in a while. Anyways, I think it's time to move on to probably the secondary light source that I'm going to add, and it's just going to be this little background thing that I'm probably going to have to turn off. I mean, I could theoretically go about this the lazy way and Yes, question. What is the question? Ah, forgot to... Problem more solved. But feel free to go ahead and ask away. I have no clue what you're on about, and I genuinely don't mind advertising, but I'm also busy IRL with... Why is everything bugged? I don't mind advertisers, but not in the middle of stream. See, this is mostly a straight down view. That's going to extend all the way down. Legs probably not going to get as much light, but the feet definitely are. Head, shoulder area, definitely light. Probably about what it would look like. I'll be honest, I thought the first person had to would have been someone who actually... Well, I'm now going to have to update the rules of stream. I am having wonderful... Probably bring up the intensity. And why does okay, there we go. Okay, now we can start putting in shadows. Not there. There we go. Just generally erase this. But yeah, advertising whatever you're working on in the middle of the stream, just don't. I am more likely to ignore you or even ban you if you I can't believe I have to update this early, but then again, someone has to come in and ruin it for everyone. I'll clarify those rules. I'll clarify it more after I finish. Something I can. I'm gonna give this a general. That. Or so. Yeah, I like that. And then I'm gonna do each one individually. Now doesn't that look hot? Gonna have to ask friends of mod for me, actually, aren't I? That. Ew. This. Finished putting in the shadows. I mostly did, I just didn't finish that. There we go. I don't think I put enough hard shadow there. I'll be honest, I don't know particularly well how to draw ears. I know how to add them in flatly, it's just like, I can't get them to look particularly good. be honest, I kind of want to find more acoustic guitar. I'm sorry, I just pulled up someone I know is streaming and everything's on fire. And I think that's all I need to say. I knows that there's nothing more uncoordinated than a group chat full of 3 or 4 different, of like 3 people streaming, 2 of which only did so on a whim. But that more or less explains what my Sunday was, and I wasn't one of the people streaming, I was just enabling the chaos. Oh, thank you. Uh, just been trying to slowly build things. By forgetting which of these I have selected. That's where I was. This is just something I have to little separately from this. Kind of. But I think I know why Stream Elements is doing that. That's frankly something I'm not particularly interested in fixing right now. It's just supposed to be a link to my website. I still need to update. No, I don't need to. I need to put the shadows here. There we go. Probably just gonna have to line a bunch of things overall. Only because I think I might have gone a little too intense. Starting off. I'm gonna get in the cast shadows. Oh, hey Marinette, how are you doing? Just working on it right now. Yeah. I think I said this earlier, but I've not played Genshin in a long time. I mean, I might pick it up again. I might not. I don't really know. Because my brain is incredibly scattered and a bit more focused on art. And instead, I've been dealing with the wonders of, being help desk all day. Well, not really all day, more so most of the day. Oh, nice. I think the main reason I stopped playing though was mostly because of, like, the Inazuma arc being the mess that it kind of was. Yeah, I mostly stopped I mean, before I did stop playing though, I did get Kazuha, so I was really happy. All I know is that I'd see a bunch of other people playing Genshin, and I've considered going back, especially since apparently Sumeru went a lot better than, well, Inazuma. But the main reason I stopped was because I got hooked on Honkai Impact. It was just Inazuma was part of the contributing factor in me leaving. It's kind of fun to play, although I'll be honest, when I played a lot, I preferred playing more polearm characters. Then again, it's probably just comes from the fact that I just enjoy pretending I can wield one too, even though I'm more likely to destroy something than not. And I mean destroy something I don't mean to destroy. Sorry, Automod. But yeah, I do agree with, I do agree. I'll allow it mostly because it's a turn of phrase. It's a turn of phrase, so I'll let it slide. Automod, it's picky on the weirdest things. It's not picky on some. I don't understand. I let most turns of phrase go. But yeah, I'll be honest though, I kind of got used to the PC. E controls because that's pretty much how I first learned to play it. Although I did try using the Xbox controllers with it, only because I had like one of those USB ones that you can plug into your laptop. I mean, I also tried to use those to run Flight Simulator to some minimum degree of success. It didn't go that great, but I was more focused on just having fun figuring out what the heck I was doing. I'll be honest, I also kind of enjoy playing archers, although I consider myself to be biased because I did shoot a lot of archery. I haven't had as much time to, unfortunately. My life being what it kinda is. That is a mess. I think I only got the only character I have in Honkai. The only character I have to S rank is Fischl, and then again, I joined Honkai Impact at around I think right in the middle, right when Honkai Impact and Genshin Impact were having their in-game crossover event. I got to play the. So I also got to play Kaching temporarily in there. But I do have a lot more S-ranked Valkyries. I think the most recent one I pulled for was when I won the was when I got Hersher of Truth. Yeah, Fischl was. I think Fischl was the first bow user in Honkai Impact. And Kaching was only there for. Yeah, the thing is, I wouldn't know how. I wouldn't know how. Honkai Star Rail. I wouldn't know how Kaching plays in Honkai Impact versus Genshin Impact, mostly because I've never gotten Kaching, despite mostly because I keep losing my 50. Mostly because when I do lose the 50-50, I get Chi-Chi. I've actually surprisingly won most of my 50-50s. That was kind of fun. What did my audio stop? This playlist in. Oh, it did. Huh. Yeah, I was wondering because, Kaching, I don't think she has appeared in Honkai Star Rail. Now, I could be wrong. I know Li Shusheng has, and I think Li Shusheng was one of the characters who convinced me to actually spend a bit of money on Honkai Impact. Yeah, I need to start playing Honkai Impact, mostly so I can keep up with whatever the heck is going on in Discord. Or whenever people are just playing it in general. Not the brush. I mean, I'll be honest, I think Honkai Star Rail for me plays weird in general, mostly because I'm just a lot more used to the Honkai Impact combat system. It was an experience going from playing Hacker Bunny in Honkai Impact to trying to figure out all of the controls in Honkai Star Rail. But I did get Lisa Shang when she did initially drop. I unfortunately didn't get her weapons or most of her stigma set. All I can say is in playing Honkai Impact, Bronya has been one of my favorites, regardless of battle suit. Oh yeah, I know. But for me, most of the time, Bronya will almost always be Bronya Zajcik, even though I'm 90% sure I mispronounced that. Oh no. I'm pretty sure Ronya's last name in Honkai Impact is supposed to mean, like, armor or something like that in Russian. And I know I cannot probably pronounce a lot of words correctly without actually hearing them first. And then again, I also haven't had a lot of time to just keep up with side games I enjoy most because I've been trying to figure out streaming as a whole. I think there's always going to be a bit of tension, a bit of some form of tension between those two, no matter what universe they're in. It's just inevitable. I swear, no matter what, Cocolia somehow almost always manages to make the wrong decision. At least when it comes to the people she's in charge of. You're not a true captain until you witness final lesson. And cry. But yeah, I'm really hoping it doesn't... her story doesn't go the same way that, final lesson did. I'll be honest, I got to, I haven't played Honkai Impact in over a month, so I really need to catch up to the current arc, which I think is steadily becoming the Hersher of Rebirth arc. But I'll be honest, stretching from final lesson on to just like the Hersher of Domination arc is just depressing. At least, well, there are some lighthearted moments, although that's mostly related to Rania finally getting Sele back from the Sea of Quanta. Then again, like, when I first saw the anti-matter legion, or whatever Honkai Star Rail calls them, I just thought, those things look like they came from the Sea of Quanta. Or at least that's what they remind me of. In a VOD that is unfortunately lost, that is exactly what I thought they were. I mean, theoretically, everything in the Honkai Impact in the Hoyoverse can be considered to be from the same canon, only because there is canonically a world tree, which canonically Otto did manage to successfully defy the laws of the space-time continuum at the cost of his own existence. So, minor spoilers. Otto may have technically won, but I still think he's a rat bastard. Well, that makes sense. I have not had a lot of time to play many video games, largely because I keep on trying to work on projects that I've been forgetting to update. Particularly just like art stuff that has fallen by the wayside that I have sketches of and never quite finished. I'm giving up. I'm just doing this the incredibly lazy way. I mean, it probably is. Granted, Honkai Impact largely takes place on Earth, because I think, or at least according to, what's it called? At least going vaguely by Welt's whole story, because apparently after the events of a post-Honkai Odyssey, Welt ends up on the train in an attempt to protect Honkai Star Rail's Himiko, or something like that. Or at least that's the theories I've heard floating about. I mean, my man was first, well, actually was technically the second Hersher of Reason, mentor of Bronya, repeatedly saved everyone's rear with the Star of Eden, and now he's on an now he's on a train that's traveling who knows where. So my general understanding of it is just Honkai Star Rail is probably just somewhere branching off of one of the futures from Honkai Impact. I mean, at least going by the Honkai Impact lore, at least what was given in whole from finality the origin arc, humanity has pretty much been stuck in a 50,000 year cycle, all of it and usually ending with the Hersher of finality descending and Earth getting destroyed. And at that point in time, only 3 additional people have theoretically been able to live past that 50,000 year cycle, one of them being Fuha, the other being Kevin, and then Sue, who died before the original start of the game. Although there's a theory that Teyvat might be related to, I think, the 11th Flame Chaser who allegedly took the Ark, and Teyvat meaning Ark in Hebrew. There's theoretically some connection there, but who knows where that will go. No, none of these are my theories, though. These are mostly just theories that I've heard floating around. Yeah, that is a theoretical possibility. I mean, by the time we get to Juriel 06, it's a frozen wasteland, so no telling what it could have been like before we got there. Are you talking in terms like Honkai, in terms of like the 50,000 year cycle? Oh, that we learn about in Honkai Impact? Because basically what happens is when finality, the Hersher finality descends, think of it as one person holding all the powers of the Hershers, including but not limited to fire, ice, death, life, creation, reason, domination, corruption. Basically, anything that can screw you over, it screws you over. And it's one being whose sole reason is to destroy humanity. Basically, although technically the official power of finality is time, so basically it's a forcible time reset, except the era before the era of the current game, that being Honkai Impact 3rd, technically the era before that, commonly known as the previous era, there was a bit of a glitch in the system that caused a 0th Hersher to be born, commonly known as the Hersher of Origin, and the reason why Hershers are allowed to completely ignore whatever the will of Honkai tells them to do. And the will of Honkai usually wants the Hershers to destroy humanity. So I'm not exactly sure how exactly the cycle starts, but at the end of it, almost no one can destroy the Hersher. There's pretty much nothing that most people can do to destroy the Hersher of Finality, except just try and delay the inevitable, which I think is what most of the 13 Flame Chasers died doing, except for a few of them who died before the Descent of Finality. I think by then only 5 or 6 of them were left. Because I know one died way earlier than the rest. Sakura died way earlier than the rest. Yeah. That is a whole nother arc to explore. Flame Chasers are actually not Hershers. They were just an elite group of soldiers who were pretty much had Honkai beast genes inserted in their own genes and did not die in the middle of the operation. But that is an interesting thought. Maybe the Hershers could be connected to the Aeons. Thing is, in general, the Hershers come in groups of 13, with the only time there being a 14th one was the whole glitch with Elysia being made as the 0th Hersher. Spoiler. And there are what, 8 Aeons? 1 for each path, I think? Or are there 13 of them? Because if there are 13 paths, then there definitely could be a tie between all of them. Then again, there are also theories that 13 Hershers could be linked to the 7 and Archons. Granted, there are also going to be weird ties because while there is technically a repeating cycle, I think in terms of the current era of Honkai Impact 3, at least one person has doubled up and 2 have technically combined into another one. Actually, I think Kiana might have even... yeah. Kiana tripled up. kinda tripled up on being a Hersher. Granted, technically the Hersher of the Void existed twice because of Otto deciding to mess around and find out. I mean, he was right, the power of friendship did work, but at the same time it cost us Himiko. And I cried a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and get more of a detailed. Or yeah, in that case, it could be true. Who knows? Maybe the godlike figures could all be connected in a way in the Hoyoverse. I mean, it also is theoretically possible. I forget, I left the unmute message on only because I kept on forgetting to unmute. I'll be honest, I might change my current gold bar out for the one that Twitch gives me because I think it looks a little better. Bleh, a little better. Where was I? Oh, right. Why does this music keep randomly cutting out? Or did it act? Oh, it did hit the end of the playlist. Oh well. See, what other? How does the? I'm gonna put that one on for now and see if I can find something I like a little better. Huh, I thought Venti was also technically one of the surviving Archons. There were 13 original Archons, and I'm guessing the Archon War ended up with only 7 remaining alive? I haven't caught up on Genshin lore. That seems like a new thread I need to explore, especially since I've been out of the loop on it. Oh yeah, that's right. There is a whole theory that Paimon is actually the unknown god. Huh. I am being caught up on all sorts of lore tonight. Well, now I probably do need to get back into Genshin, only so I can figure out what the heck is going on, because now I'm more interested. I'm assuming that if it's a case that there are only 7 Archons now. I mean, I think there were or more. One of them being Conria's, I'm assuming, but I don't know. Yeah, I think Venti was technically a weird case where he simultaneously is and isn't. Because I think he did become an Archon in the middle of the Archon Wars. Huh. So it is now canon that Conria is godless. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about that quest. Mostly because I was busier just being weirded out by all of it. But yeah, that is true. It is called the Godless Nation. Gosh dang it. There we go. Yeah, it really shows how long it's been for me since I last played. I completely forgot that it was mentioned well before then. All I know is that I have a lot of catch-up to do in terms of Genshin. Yeah, if all of Fontaine drops before I finish Inazuma, then I'm going to be 2 entire Archon quests behind. I am probably gonna have to speedrun, and I'm probably gonna end up having to speedrun them in the middle of stream and off stream. Although, if I hit, like, a point of fighting a boss, I'll probably just maybe do that on stream. I don't know. I might not. It really depends on what I'm feeling. And if my parents have dragged me to something... Oh yes, I need all the help I can get. Because I think the only character I have anywhere near decently built is Kazuha and a few 4-star characters, including Rosaria and Chi-Chi. Well, Chi-Chi's the only healer that I built up decently because I actually enjoy Chi-Chi. Although that's mostly because I lost a few 50-50s, and one of the ones I wasn't happy losing was a 50-50 on Zhongli, although I did get Zhongli in the end. It's just that I don't have the equipment to just level up everyone unequally. Because I think I spent more of my wishes pulling on characters than I do pulling for weapons. Even though I probably should start pulling for weapons. All I know is that since I more or less lost control of my Wednesdays, I decided I'm adding another day to stream, and I'm also streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays and pushing them back another 30 minutes. Oh, and what was the original count's purpose? All I know is that I spent most of my resin trying to grind for artifacts. At least before I stopped playing. Now I have a bunch of friends who are obsessed, and I probably need to start playing. Only because they won't stop pestering me about it. And I mean IRL friends. I haven't had a lot of virtual VTuber friends pestering me about it. Although I have received quite a few telonyms asking me about like dating stuff, and it's like I'm not at all interested in any of that, and I have no advice, mostly because I've never dated. I'm more interested in weird philosophy and other sidetrack stuff. Right now I have a VTuber friend pestering me to play Genshin. Just for that, some of my streams are now going to be derailed to play Genshin. I'm somewhat sad to say I never got Jean or Diluc. Or Keqing. Like, I think Chi-Chi was more or less the only character I ever lost a 50-50 to. Yeah, I think Chi-Chi was the only character I ever lost the 50-50 to. I didn't have Keqing, I didn't have Jean, I may have gone Diluc, I don't think I did. I mean, the whole Elysian Realm arc might explain. I mean, I think most of Honkai Impact's third tie-in to Genshin Impact is largely just related to the whole project arc from the Elysian Realm arc. And I mean the actual arc that's a part of the chapters and not a complete side mission thing. Yeah, I haven't really pulled a lot on the perma banner. I spend most of my primos and wishes on the rotating banners. Although I might come back specifically for Eula. But in the meantime, I've been happily using Rosaria. I'll be honest, I don't know how soon, I don't know what most of the, what's it called? What is Sumeru's element? I keep forgetting what it's called. I don't know what any of those elemental reactions would be, only because I haven't actually played. Yeah, that's what it was called, Dendro. Yeah, I think the only Dendro thing I've had experience with is just lighting grass on fire. Anyways, I need to do something real quick, so give me a minute. Alright, I'm back. Reset that. Huh. Yeah, I think at that time, the only Dendro reaction I knew was just Dendro plus fire equals fun. I mean, I don't have any Dendro characters, obviously, so it's going to be a bit of an adventure learning what each reaction does, possibly by accidentally causing them on myself. Yeah, well, that's fair. I think Dendro's the only obvious. I mean, Dendro's about the only reaction, or Burning's about the only reaction I would know that's related to Dendro. Only because, I keep lighting fields of grass on fire. I think I've mostly been using either Chi-Chi or Barbara as my healer. Never mind, I just caused... Now I have a bloody nose, I need to deal with this. Annoying. Well, this is annoying first. I don't remember what level I got to before I kind of just ghosted Genshin. I mean, I would obviously need to sign in and check. But I think I got to level 60. I mean, I'm obviously not gonna take the time right now to go and investigate that, but I think I might end up calling it an early night only because my nose decided it hates me and now it's bleeding. But yeah, I might hop on the Discord later though and just, if anyone feels like dropping in to goof around on Genshin after I sign back in, why not goof around? But my nose and sinuses hate me. The Wildfire Discord, unless you want to do it in the Blizzard Boys Discord. I don't crowd well. Yeah, this is obviously the best way to end stream, with a bloody nose. Honestly, I think the only thing left to do for this is just do some basic balancing. Or at least some basic color balancing. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna end stream now and get this taken care of. I didn't plan on streaming too long tonight, but I'm probably just gonna end up doing 2-hour streams throughout the week. If it's a Monday to Friday, and Saturday go longer only because I don't have anything to do Sunday morning, but I work opening shift. My nose is bleeding. It's been a day. Yeah. I was actually surprised that this is the first time it's happened in the middle of stream. I'm so used to it just like happening at odd hours of the night. You can't pick and choose. Anyway, later.